So, Rich, real quick, if you want to talk about Lash and Jakara and some of the sisters from NXT, real quick, and then also your thoughts about Daniel Bryan.
Okay. I'm going to give you a triple threat because I'm going to also go with, I think the ladies in NXT are the best example of what I feel is Triple H has a blind spot when it comes to the role of race and how it affects the people in the room, the people not in the room, decisions being made.
Mm-hmm.
But I think one of the things that saves his bacon time and time again are the people around him and their awareness, their hyper awareness. Think about the t-shirt incident. Maybe we need to go with another color. Like, people see it. He might not. I think he might actually be a little bit on that colorblind spectrum, but it's because of privilege and where he's at. And it isn't I don't see color. It's a guy who came up, did hard work, got in with a crew that were really popular, and was the straight man that just drove them and drank his Dr. Pepper or his Fanta and kept his mouth shut. You fast forward, and Shawn Michaels, of all people, I never in a million years thought the dude that allegedly put the N-word in the Nation of Domination's locker room with that fool, because they knew heat. If you know heat, you know race and issues of race. Because I've been in Wilkes-Barre, PA, Nate, when it's a high school gym and there's like 70 of us in the ring and someone yells to Triple H, I heard you invented the pile driver, and he stopped mid-match, did his little, at this point, he's Hunter Hearst Helmsley. He's not Triple H. He's like, I heard you made the small package, and then kept it moving. Like, so his eyes are on he knows how to get people goats.
Yep.
But Shawn Michaels knows how to get people's hearts because he is out here scouting like the Bear Bryant coach. I'm not going to be the first, but I for darn sure ain't going to be the last. Like, my man went to the SWAC, the SEAC,
the MEAC.
He went to all the acts and went recruiting, not recruit. He went full on recruiting. And that, when you look at that roster and those women in particular, that is the most diverse roster. And that's going to affect the next 10, 15 years of WWE. People don't see it that way. But the men are kind of like, meh. But the women are going to be like, WWE, it's awesome that Vince McMahon got out the paint, because in the next 10 years, it's going to have probably like almost a 60-40 ratio of women that have the eye of the public.
Yeah.
And women of color in particular. So I'm looking forward to it. And that's all Michaels. And that's given him, like, Triple H is the GM, and he letting the offensive coordinator go to the draft and say who he want. He ain't going up and grabbing Brock Purdy. No offense, any of my West Coast people in the room. No offense. He's out here like, listen, if we're going to get Brock, we for darn sure going to get Mr. Grundalo from Louisville. We're going to be getting a couple of other running backs. We're going to get Ayuk. We're going to get Tayuk. We're going to get Bayuk. And that's what that's basically right now what's going on with NXT. He is making the United Colors of Benetton Avengers. And I think those sorts of thoughts started when Danielson was the person who decided he needed to lose it for KofiMania's to continue.
Yes.
I think the opportunity for Triple H to see a guy who was in the spot he was in himself, make himself less than back up and say, nah, this guy needs the rock. And Danielson saw it. So if Danielson could see it and you can't, some of that's ignorance, but some of that you aren't in the right rooms with the right people.
Yeah. Yeah, we're cool.
And that's to me why Danielson's an all-timer. Like, he is one of the best world wrestlers in the world, but to me, even more important, he's one of the most aware wrestlers in the world. He could have been like Brock in that moment and said, I want mine, gimme.
Yep.
Instead, he said, you need yours, take this. And